JGTechBlog. It's your boy JG. I haven't done the live stream for a while, but it's good to be back. We have the SMT, Sneed Mobile Tech, in the house as well. And we also have a new guest, Carlos Tech.
What's
So
going on?
welcome. Great to have you guys
Good to
with
be
us
here.
on
Great to be here.
great with JG Tech Blog. And in the live stream, I know some people have been waiting, so I appreciate you guys for waiting on us. Raphael's in the house, the moderator. Aloha, Tito from Aloha Android. Appreciate you for being there. Vincent, Michael. Let me see who else. Kaiser. Thank you guys for all being here. I know it's been a while since I've been live streaming and kind of making content on the channel, but we're back into it, back in the game, and hopefully more content is still going to be coming on throughout this whole year. So today's topic, we're going to talk about two things. So first thing is, like the title says, is what I think, and again, this is my opinion, and I am not, I just want to mention it out there, I'm not affiliated in any way to these carriers, them being the prepaid carriers that we're probably going to mention throughout this live stream, being Metro PCS, Metro by Tmobile, Cricket Wireless, Boost Mobile. So I'm going to be basically saying my opinions on based off of research that I've done and just talking with dealers, talking with people in the market on how they feel like recently these past quarters there's been a downfall in sales and just overall customers in these prepaid carriers. So I'm going to, first of all, say why I think there is a downfall and why I think it might lead up to a collapse. And then I'm going to hear from Sneed and Carlos and see what their opinion is also on this. So also feel free if there's any questions or comments you guys want to add onto it, add it in the comments. And then after that, we're going to be talking about how the innovation of phones and smartphones in general has been kind of lacking. And then there's new phones that are coming out that I think are really worth for you guys to check out. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and say why I think that in general, prepaid carriers are kind of going in a downfall. And I want to mention that recently I've been talking to dealers, and for those that don't know, dealers kind of make their money from selling phones. So at the end of the day, the carrier might make money from how many subscribers that are still on the network and they're paying their monthly bills. But with the dealers themselves, they make their money from basically every time a customer, you come in and you purchase a phone or you upgrade your phone, that is where they get compensated and they make their money. So now I was looking at how many people are in the United States. You have about 300 and I think 370, if I'm not mistaken. Let me actually give you guys the correct number.
It's probably about 330 million.
Yeah, about 330 million, exactly. Mm-hmm. So you have the population of the United States, which is about 330 million. And if you look at the recent data of how many people have smartphones or smart devices, I think it was around 265 million, right? So you can be like, okay, there's still 65 million people without smartphones or whatever it might be, right? Or connected devices. Well, that 330 million of the population is you're counting in like people under the age of 10, you're counting seniors over the age of 65, etc. So there's so much, right? There's so much that you could sell, and that's one point. And then the second point is phones are becoming so good these days, right? And I've seen less and less people upgrading their phones over time. For example, I honestly have a 6S. I've had this phone for 4 years now, and it's really doing the job. There's no need for me to upgrade. These new phones that they come out with, like the iPhone XS and stuff like that, there's just no need. This does fine. It does absolutely everything that I need a phone to do. And I've realized that while in sales, that many people that were coming in and customers, they don't want to upgrade. Because every time that I was trying to sell them a phone, they literally ask me, why should I upgrade to this new phone? If I tell them it's a better camera, they're like, I'm not a photographer. This camera is doing the job that I needed. It's not as fast. Well, this phone, they're telling me it doesn't lag on me, allows me to do my calls and do my texts. Because the majority of the public, the majority of the people, let's be honest, they're not techies that much, right? You do have a sort of population that might do that stuff. But the general public, in terms of, looking at the major part of the 330 million people, they don't need to upgrade every time there's a new phone. So looking at that aspect and looking at how people are not upgrading, this, in my opinion, is going to affect how much sales are going to be going into prepaid carriers. And having said that, that means less money going to the dealers' pockets. So that's the second aspect. So that's going to hurt the dealers. Now, the third aspect is that I realized Cricket, Boost, and Metro have been opening more and more stores. When you open more and more stores, you're basically saturating the market. When you saturate the market, less money is going to the pockets of those dealers. So what this is going to do is going to basically, at the end of the day, have more dealers leaving the market. They're basically going to leave there because there's not much money to be made from the first aspect that I talked about. There's not a lot of compensation because people are not upgrading. And then the second aspect is just the dealers themselves are not going to be having as much money to put in their pockets. So this is the first aspect of it. What do you think? What's your comments on this?
I think there's a couple of things to kind of look at. First of all, while there's 330 million people in the U.S., there's a segment that don't have or need phones, that are elderly, that aren't buying phones regularly, or if at all.
Yeah.
Then there's the segment that's very young, right, that don't have connected lines yet. So we kind of address that part. The other part is when you think about cost-sensitive customers, like in prepaid, it's either people that are unwilling to spend the extra money to upgrade, or it's people that cannot spend because they're very budget-minded, right?
Yeah.
So they might be a fixed income. It might be a whatever the circumstance. But to say something like, my phone works fine, Carlos is a flagship guy. I'm a flagship guy. We're always trying to have the upper hand in connections, right? We're always trying to get 100, 200 megabits per second. The customer that has the 6S can never get that speed. The older phones don't have the MIMO technology. They don't have the carrier aggregation. But those are customers that say, it's fine. It does good enough. The people that say it's good enough, they're, like you said, they're satisfied with what they have. But they don't know what's on the other side of a more expensive flagship, like any phone that has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 855. Carlos, all your phones have either that or you have a brand new iPhone. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
JG, I'm guessing you still have a flagship even though you have a success.
Bro, I even got
right. That's not your primary,
even got
right?
this new one.
It's my
What are you
primary.
talking about?
Wow.
I don't know. That's so I look at the cost sensitive community, like those that are operating on mid-range devices or older flagships that haven't upgraded yet. The ones that say it's good enough, that's the thing. They just want good enough. They don't need top of the line, or they don't want top of the line. It's not important to them. It's not a priority to them. So postpaid seems to be that group. They'll get the premium plans. They'll get the premium phones. They'll spend the extra expendable income, as opposed to prepaid customers who are cost sensitive. They're looking for a budget device along with a budget type of plan. So it makes sense that they don't necessarily feel the need to upgrade. So I kind of understand where it's coming from. You mentioned that there's no growth. And part of that may be also because there are certain companies that are MVNOs that are seeing growth.
Yes.
So it's almost like Metro, Cricket, and Boost are like fighting over scraps. And the companies that are getting growth are the ones that are bundling service with home internet. So you look at what Charter and Comcast are doing with their MVNO with Xfinity, stuff like that. They're like, hey, you've got home internet with us. We'll give you $20 off your home internet, and we'll charge you $40 for an unlimited plan, and you'll have Verizon's network and all of our Wi-Fi hotspot access. You get what I'm saying? So they're making a compelling offer. How many companies right now, Cricket, Boost, and Metro, are doing single line $40? Are they?
Yeah. Sorry. Say that one more time. I was reading.
Are any of those MVNOs doing single line for $40 unlimited?
Not that I know of. No.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we'll give you $20 off your home internet.
Yeah.
We'll give you $20 off your TV plan, and we'll give you wireless on Verizon's network for $40 a month. So they're getting some growth.
Yeah.
Cricket, Boost, and Metro are fighting for scraps, literally just trying to pry customers away from each other with port-in deals.
Well,
And people are like, they're not even convinced they even want the phone. I'll
um,
just keep my old phone.
actually, and that's why exactly what Tito was saying in the comments. I was reading his comment. He says, and this is actually a different message. Sidetrack. Sorry, Abdullah. He's texting me. He's in the comments. He did it on the purpose so I can get that that notification. But anyways, Aloha was saying that he's no longer. I used to care about upgrading every year or every couple months, but in the last year, I haven't felt the need to really want to upgrade. And this is something we're going to be talking about a little bit towards the end. And I do want to mention something that you mentioned, Sneed. But first, Carlos, what's your say about this? What do you think?
Well, I mean, regardless, a lot of these MVNOs are, they're fighting. There's not enough. The competition is just too great. It's like what Sneed was saying, like you got them giving all these discounts in order to get their business. They're getting on a Verizon network, which, I mean, where of course, they're not going to sign that MVNO deal if it wasn't good in their area. And now how is T-Mobile, how is Metro Cricket, how is Straight Talk, all them going to compete, bro? Like,
Yeah,
it's hard. They have to offer these free phones, but these free phones are just 3, 4, 5-year-old devices. Because at least
They're doing deals on the iPhone 8 and 7 right now, right?
Yeah,
they're doing iPhone. I think iPhone 7 for like $99 or $149.
$49, bro.
Oh, $49 now.
Yeah, it's
oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah,
But that's the thing though, bro. Okay, yeah, they're giving them that, but that's 3-4 years ago tech. You're not you're not taking advantage of the new network, bro. Like even though, okay, it's a good deal and everything, but regardless, these MVNOs run off the actual network of the main carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And if the main carrier, let's say like T-Mobile, put band 71, how are you supposed to get band 71 on that MVNO if you're running a phone that's 3-4 years old? Now you could have had better connection. You could have had even further connection. And now you don't because you're limited to this device.
But Carlos, that's what they're saying is it's good enough, right?
Yeah.
But they don't know. They don't know what else they can get,
But the thing is you pay every month to that MVNO money, so you're investing in that network at the same time. You're putting your share of investments. Why would you sit here and settle that this is okay? This is enough.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
Oh my God, Carlos, we talked about this before. People keep saying I'm happy with LT and I'm happy with what I have,
bro.
But you've been paying into the technology. You've been spending money with the carrier. Your money that you spent is now being used for this investment, and you don't want any parts of it?
Like JG, look, I just tested the other, was it like 4 days ago? I tested out the straight, Simple Mobile and Family Mobile. Those are T-Mobile MVNOs.
Yeah.
And I tested it with a 5G phone. It works.
Yeah.
And they're offering the phone for $999 versus going to T-Mobile and getting it for $1,300. And that's like, yes, the phone is expensive, but they have but like you got Family Mobile does financing now. You got Simple Mobile, they do in-house financing now too. Like there's options. There's always options there, but people don't want to take it because they feel it's good enough, and it's not, man. I want to know if I'm paying $50 a month, I can benefit from that network. If not, you might as well just you might as well just sign a contract, bro. At least you'll be able to take more benefit of the network with a better phone. That's basically where it comes down to.
So you're saying you might as well go to a postpaid carrier, for example, then if you're going to be paying almost the same price. Is that what I'm getting from you, or
if you want to take advantage of the network more, I would say go to a postpaid. Or if money's an issue to get the device to be able to take advantage of that MVNO, you're better off just going to the actual postpaid company that gives that contract out.
Yeah,
you're better off because at least you can finance the phone.
Well, let's look at it from a device standpoint. Right now, a 2-year-old flagship will get you every LTE band on T-Mobile. Right?
Does it give you 71? Okay. I'm not sure.
I think about 2 years ago they started. So if you were an S9 has it, right?
Yeah, S9 does have, I think so. Hold on, let me look.
Okay, well, if the S9 has it, how much is an S9 right now? Or how much is what was the first iPhone that had band 71? Was it the 8?
No, it was the XS.
It was
I think
it was the 10 maybe?
It if I'm mistaken, it's XS, bro. Cause
Okay, all right.
I think I might be wrong. I might be wrong though.
So here's the thing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if we can get back to a device that's a flagship, but like from a year or two ago, and they're running specials on them, that gets you in a new mid-range priced phone, right?
Yeah.
So what's the average person that goes into a Metro store? What do they want to spend on a phone?
So, okay, a good thing you mentioned that, because that's what I want to kind of get into. The majority of the people that actually come into the Metro stores or to Cricket or to Boost, you'll be surprised they really don't look at smartphones. They really don't. What they look at are, for example, the A50, the Moto E6, the Coolpad. These are actually the ones, the LG Stylo 5. These are the most I would say 80 to 90% of the sales in prepaid are those phones. They're not the flagship phones. The flagship phones are only being sold a lot when they have promotions, when they're porting over, when they have a special deal on them to upgrade. But the majority of the sales are being on those phones. And those phones, for example, the new Samsung A50 that just came out, right? Or the A51, if they have it on the carrier, are going to have these newer bands and are going to be capable of having this, the same network. Like, they're going to be able to handle the capability of the network they have. And that means for the next 2 years and 3 years, there's no need for them to upgrade. And so that's why I'm going back to why it's hurting the pockets of the dealers, in turn, meaning less money for dealers, meaning less stores that are going to be available on the market. And just in general, a worse kind of, a customer experience for people in that budget realm or the prepaid realm. And people are going to start going to, like Carlos said, more for postpaid. If there's now more competition from Verizon, more fierce competition from these other networks, people are going to be like, wait, why am I going to stick with the prepaid when I can go to these postpaids? Yeah,
sure.
One thing that I did want to mention, though, very importantly, is that when I was in CES, you guys know anything about the routers? And this is going to be like a public announcement for everybody that's in the chat as well.
I saw a lot on those modems and stuff like that,
yes,
and the hotspots and all that.
Yeah. So people don't know this, and actually, I was surprised myself. I'm gonna shame myself right here, but basically say, I actually had a very old modem, and I was like, why am I having so bad internet speeds? And so, I called the Comcast, and they came in like, how do you still have this modem? This was, end of life was years ago. So imagine it. And now I consider myself a little bit more tech savvy than other people. So you can imagine how much more people have old devices, that's modems, phones, smartphones in general, and they're fine with it. And they're like, this is the norm. They don't know that there's way more capable devices out there. And so it's funny when you guys mentioned that. That's exactly what's happening in the modem realm. Right now they have Wi-Fi 6, if I'm not mistaken. And so people still have
N6E, by the way, 6E. Also.
And the DOCSIS 3.1 modems for cable, for cable internet.
And so you're advancing in the technology, yet people don't know that they need to upgrade because for them it's working. Why fix something that's not broken? And so this is actually a public announcement for anybody here in the stream. Check your modems because the technology has advanced like crazy. When they were
security too,
and for security as well. And so I think you guys seen the that camera that somebody hacked into, and they were watching their kids and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. The Arlos, I think it was.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it had something to do with having these old routers and stuff like that. If you need to upgrade it because with that there's more patches and updates for security as well. And so they were saying something about how 40% of people are still using those end of life routers because every time they go to people's houses, they don't know, they're not as tech savvy. And so looking at it, I'll be honest, this is us. We talk about this stuff on a daily basis, but the reality of it, the majority of the population of the United States and the nation as well, they're not tech savvy. They don't know about this stuff. So when they walk in there and they're going in, they're like, yo, I just bought this. Why do I need to upgrade? You could tell them about, the network, this. Look, you're just trying to get some more money from me. This is what they know. You're just trying to rip me off and get more money. I'm cool with this. It's not broken. I still use it. Let me stay for a couple more years. And this is the reality of it. And so that is why I want to just mention, and this is I want to get your opinion on this. They added 77,000 people to they call it the branded prepaid segment of T-Mobile. 77,000. So if you look at the increase since T-Mobile bought Metro, it was increasing, but now slowly declining. It's because of this rate, right? You don't have a lot of people that are trying to upgrade anymore. And I have a dealer here, actually, Block Shaker. Welcome to the stream. And you can mention and tell us about this, what you think in terms of people upgrading their phones. He deals with a lot of customers. He knows what's up. And this is going into the next segment that I wanted to talk about is, let's look at it. The reality of the phones that have been coming out, whether that's the new Samsung or the new iPhones, are they innovative enough for people to upgrade? Because they've kind of just been doing the same old thing. They've been working on this bigger screen. They've been working on this better camera. But in the reality, is that innovative enough for people to say, this is worth my money to kind of upgrade? I actually did a video. If you guys haven't watched it, I'm going to link it down in the description. It's about the Hyundai X, the Function X, and it's by, what was it? The Hyundai X Labs. It's called Block on Block. And what it does is, I don't know if you guys have seen the video. It's both an Android and it's both a blockchain phone. So basically it's decentralized, so nobody can hack into it. And also it's running the Android operating system. And not only that, compared to that, it's modules. So basically they'll ship it out to you. You can 3D print your own module and place it onto the phones. What this does, in my opinion, is you're basically allowing, the e-waste that's in the market. It's crazy. And so this solves the e-waste. It solves the problem having to upgrade every, year. You can just literally, let's say that portion of it that increases the network capability, just buy that module or 3D print it, and that's it. And you're saving on the upgrade. And what do you guys think about that?
Man, I'm all for a modular phone.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a cool approach. So like you upgrade components as you require.
Yes.
Is that how the Essential phone was supposed to be originally? Because I remember Essential was going to put out something like that, where you can upgrade the camera, pop it out, and put in the new one, and upgrade the speaker and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
like the modules.
I think it was called. Google was trying to do this. It was called Project Era.
Oh
Era,
yeah. I remember that.
something like that. Yeah, and I don't know why they failed. I feel like sometimes something tells me that they were just kind of pushed by cares, like, yo, don't do that. Like, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna mess up with our pockets, So, I don't know. But now, blockchain, something that's decentralized, is kind of doing that. That approach where it's the components, when something kind of like goes bad, they just buy that component. One thing I just want to mention real quick is that Block Shaker just said the main thing people upgrade when they go into the stores is because they either lose their phone, they break their phone, or their phone got stolen. And this is the reality of it, because when I was working in,
otherwise they're not upgrading. They're not really upgrading. They're replacing.
That's it. That's all it is.
Wow.
Mball said also Motorola has Moto mods, but see the difference between that and the one they just came out with, you can literally print your own modules. And because the ones with Motorola, I think it was specific to, the camera, I think the battery and some other stuff, certain modules. But this one, you can be creative and you can create your own things to add onto that phone.
I like the concept. The only thing is, how does it get executed? It's difficult to execute any type of modularity.
Yeah.
Only because you're going to be charging. I don't know what the technology is going to cost, but we're looking at like when you think about prepaid and the way that you're describing it, and you're talking about innovation. Look, I am not trying to generalize. I'm not trying to put people in boxes. I'm not trying to label people. But are prepaid, and this is a legit question, are prepaid customers into innovation? You just told me. All they say is it works.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where's their place in looking for innovation?
It's a selling point, because when they come in and they're just telling, they're telling me, okay, why should I upgrade to this phone? If I tell them it has a better camera, they're like, this camera is fine. it's a little bit faster. They're like, this phone is fine in terms of speed. But if I tell them, yo, this phone, you can actually don't have to upgrade, in 2 years, you can just literally come and buy this other aspect of it. I think that will push, a little bit more. And not to mention, by the way, I want to mention this. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, 5G and stuff. This is until up to the time of 5G, because of course you're going to have to upgrade your phone, like the leap from 3G to 4G. But from now until 5G rolls out and everybody starts getting it, you're going to have this time where the increase of customers and upgrades is really going to take a hit. Whether you're at prepaid, Boost, Cricket, or Metro, I think you're just going to get a hit until that 5G comes out. Then you're going to have to buy a phone because you have to get the 5G.
I don't think prepaid's about innovating hardware. I don't think prepaid's about innovating features. Prepaid is only innovated by the pricing of phones.
Yeah.
It's not, I don't see the innovation in technology at all. Like, it was a big deal when the iPhone 7 went for $50. But that's a 4-year-old phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like always being back in generations, it might be new features to them, like an added LTE band or something.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it still gets updates because Apple's very good for that.
One more year of updates.
Yeah, but still, it's not. Honestly, I'd rather get a flagship device and know that I'm good for the next 3 years.
Wait. Apple? The iPhone 7?
Yeah.
No, bro. I'm still getting updates on the 6S.
You're done.
No, I know. No, yeah, but
That's the last one,
this is your last year. You know that, right? It's usually like 5-6 years.
Yeah. Honestly, I've seen that. People are going to hate me in the comments for saying this, but I've seen that usually people that buy the iPhones, their phones last way longer than Android phones.
I do. I know they do. I'm
yeah, but
iPhone,
why shouldn't they? The phone when it was new was $700-800. Why shouldn't it last 5 years?
You recoup the money. So compared to a Android phone that probably you're going to buy for $400 or $500. Well, listen. If you put the Galaxy S7 and the iPhone 6s, I think they came around the same time. But if you compare them, the S7 failed within the first, I think, year or two.
They stopped doing updates. I think like 2 years later.
Yeah, and not only that, like the battery kept heating up like crazy. So in general, I used to have so many people come back to me when I was at the store trying to repair their Android phones. When I used to sell the iPhones, and I felt so good when I used to sell them because I know it's not going to cause me a lot of headache. People are not going to come back and just drive me crazy about the phone. They have a long. Yeah.
JG, I have to ask. There's somebody in the live chat named Block Shaker talking about Sneed is wrong. Metro is getting exactly what T-Mobile is getting. What did I say? What did I say about T-Mobile?
So Metro is getting exactly.
Did I mention T-Mobile at any point today?
No.
Metro is getting.
I don't.
Yeah, I don't.
What is he trying to say? I want innovation. What is he talking about? Did I miss something?
I don't know.
Same here.
Okay. I mean, we were talking about devices, right?
With device.
Okay. All right. I don't know.
Misunderstood or something. But here's the thing that I see, right? And I want to see your opinion about this. If you really think about it, these devices that they're coming out with, like the new Samsung phone that they came out with. So put prepaid aside, just in general, this new Samsung phone they came out with, the S20, the lease. They said it's going to have, I think what was it? The 4 cameras. They were
Ultra.
Yeah, the Ultra.
They have the S20, S20 Plus, and then the Ultra.
Yeah. So the cameras in the back that they have, who's going to really use that? Because Samsung has been coming out with stuff. Like, who's really using that stuff? You know what I mean? I understand they're trying to innovate in these things. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not really as important. Somebody was mentioned, I think Travis did a video about this, and Austin did YouTubers did a video about this. They were saying how like the iWatch saved lives, and it basically was good because it did something good for the public that they needed, right?
Sure.
But innovating just the camera to take a better picture when is it enough? When are you going to say, that's it? You know, when is it? Let's say we stop here. Now we got to look into other things that is going to help and save lives, maybe.
Okay, well, so they invented cars a long time ago, and here we are making supercars, and they get faster, and they get better handling, and they get improved braking, and they're going electric, and and what I tell people with innovation is you never know what you want until you find it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So honestly, without the innovation, we'd still be rolling the 1958 Ford Falcon. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We would have stopped at the Yugo. You get what I'm saying? That's what I don't, bro, like this microphone, like this is a Yeti.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They made microphones in the 80s. I just bought this. It was manufactured like 2 years ago. There's still you have to make products, bro. That's where the innovation comes from. The research, the development, the improvement. We don't know what the next big thing is, but maybe it's the time of flight sensor that's going on the Ultra. Maybe it's the biometric scanning that's amazing. Maybe it's going to be graphene technology next for batteries. I don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But to say it's good enough and to stop, well, then why don't we just stop then?
Yeah.
Okay, you just take the phone you got, and that's it. Like nobody's doing that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to do that.
Yeah. What's your what do you think, Carlos?
Carlos drives some nice cars. I just want to throw that in there, by the way. The boy got some nice cars, man.
Bro, I mean, bro, I'm into the newest and latest thing, bro. Like, I just gotta have it, just because it's nice trying it out. But yeah, the 4-camera thing is ridiculous, bro. It really is. I don't know why you would need 4 cameras. They said the S20 Ultra is supposed to be 108 megapixel, but what is 108 megapixel if you can only zoom in 10x on a digital zoom, not even on a physical zoom?
Yeah.
And it's gonna look like crap at 6x. Like, what's the point? What's the point of?
Yeah, but Carlos, there's customers saying there's a segment of customers. I don't know if it's 10% of the market. I don't know what the percentage is.
Yeah.
There's a segment of customers saying, I'm going to pay whatever it takes. Give me the next best thing. Give me your better camera. Give me your extra camera.
Yeah.
Give me the extra sensor. Give me. I got $1,300. You want it?
Yeah.
Give me bro. It's not a big population, but it exists. So they innovate. And, here we are talking about like prepaid and other offerings. Well, eventually those devices will get to everybody.
Yeah.
Like eventually that's going to be mainstreamed. I don't know when, 5 years from now, whatever, but I'm just,
I recall something when I was in CES, and I would be going to the different booths. And for example, I was interviewing Samsung, then I was interviewing New Mobile, then I was interviewing LG. What surprised me is the first thing they would talk about when I was interviewed the rep is our camera is this, and this. Our camera is that. I go to TLC. Our camera is this, and there I got to the point where like I don't care about your camera.
Honestly, when I talked to TCL, bro, like TCL was actually I was getting more of the tech part of it, bro. I was getting like how they're gonna have a budget $500 TCL 5G NR phone coming out, Q3 of this year.
Yeah, I want to mention this too. The Pundit X phone that I talked about with the innovation of the modules and having 2 operating software, that's also around $500. Like,
that's a good deal.
Yeah, like honestly, the prices of phones and smartphones just in general is becoming so competitive. I don't know if you got a chance, Carlos, to go to the Huawei booth. But yo, their phone.
Yeah, we saw the Huawei booth, bro. We did.
That foldable, that Mate Pro X. Oh man, that thing was amazing.
I was like, no wonder they stopped them from the US.
Bro, like the balance. Hey, did you get to feel it, JG? The balance on that foldable, how you could hold it even on the heavy side, but it was still balanced.
Yeah.
On the light side, it didn't flop and fall.
Did you go to the Samsung booth and check out their foldable?
That's good engineering.
Yeah.
I like the Huawei. Honestly, I feel
Huawei
like
was the best, bro.
Their innovation and their prices are so competitive. They literally spooked all the manufacturers in the US. They're like, yo, gotta get them out of here.
Dude, and they're making their own processors now.
Yeah, that's real competition. If you talk about like the merger and how it's becoming competitive, we need somebody like that to get in the game and just keep everybody out.
But what this block really screwed everything up, because now, like, you got to think about it. These carriers probably could have been more ahead on the 5G technology, but it's all blocked because Huawei had cheaper nodes for 5G and equipment versus going with Samsung or Nokia or Ericsson, bro. You know that they're expensive. Come on. Maybe Ericsson might be the cheapest out of the three, but you know they're taxing compared to what Huawei would have. Huawei would have given. Look at Canada, bro. Canada's gonna have nationwide 5G. Like the whole Canada's gonna have 5G where they're populated at by Rogers here coming up. I think it's like Q3 of their year, and they're doing it off all Huawei stuff because they can do it.
Yeah, I think the UK is going with a lot of Huawei gear.
Yeah. Huawei's their phones are amazing, bro. That Pro Mate P30, I think was fire, dude.
Honestly, when I was looking at it, the phone, how fast it was doing, the cameras, the specs, the speed, the processor, the AI they had in there in terms of like the things that it can detect and all of that, I was like, damn, it has all of that tech, and for that price, I'm like, why are these guys selling it for this much, you know?
Imagine if those phones were available for prepaid with those specs at that cheaper price range. You would have everybody on the latest flagship on prepaid.
Absolutely.
No questions asked. They wouldn't complain, bro. They'll be like, oh, $550, no problem. Like that TCL phone, 500 for a 5G device, bro, no problem. We'll pay that.
LG would be putting a 6 series processor in their Stylo 5 if Huawei was here.
Exactly.
Bro.
Yeah,
bro.
You see what they did with
look at this phone, bro. 649 with the dual screen mod. 649, bro, and it has the latest Snapdragon 855. Affordable.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah,
bro. If you don't want the mod, you just want the phone. It's $550, bro, or $599. Just the phone, bro. That's cheap.
What Sneed just mentioned also in terms of the LG Stylo 5, that they literally did the same specs of the LG Stylo 4. Change the name, like, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yeah. That's it. Because they don't have that competition. And there's guess what? Who's the most selling phone in Metro? I mean, the manufacturer is LG. Sells
even
the
Stylo 5 sold.
Yeah.
They're selling like hotcake, man. LG's selling so many phones because they have also the K30. Look, the Q70 is also coming. Blockster just said LG has a new phone coming, the LG Q70.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're balling in Metro. They sell a lot of phones. And so just put that into perspective and how you can do so much more with competition of having like Huawei and other stuff coming up and innovating. But that's my 2 cents on that. I just want to mention something hella funny. Raphael is like, yo, everybody don't forget to like. Yeah, everybody don't forget to like. And then
bro, I think I rushed so fast to hit the like button. I think I pulled my hamstring, bro. Hold on. Let me see if I did it. I think I did. Okay, we're good.
No, it's Tito's like, Raphael, I can't like more than once. I just not pressing the like button.
If we could like 100 times, bro, we'd serve you with 100 likes each, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so LG is the number one at Metro. Bro, I think it's better to get prepaid, and if you want the latest device, just go through the manufacturer. I agree with that, but then also if you go through the carrier itself, you do get the promotions. So if you go through the manufacturer, I think you got to buy it outright. Like if it's 300, you get it for 300. But if you go from like Metro, you probably get it for like $50 or something like that.
Yeah, they subsidize it and stuff.
But this is the thing. A lot of people don't understand. LG is underestimated, man. After messing with this device, playing with it. I just bought it yesterday, bro. And playing with this device a lot and everything, LG is really an underrated brand, bro. Especially with this new screen technology that they use and everything, bro. Like I think the experience to watch a video is better on the LG than my Note 10 Plus 5G, bro.
Dang.
Because the colors look more vivid and rich on the LG. The sound quality, the sound quality on the audio is a lot better. It sounds like I'm surround sound, bro, versus the Galaxy that's just loud and distorted when you put it all the way up. I have the LG all the way up and it sounds clear, surrounded, nice.
Yeah, they do audio very well. I agree.
The camera, even my wife tried it and she even said that the camera is better than her S10 Plus.
Yeah, I saw your picture, the one that you took of the food.
Yeah.
It was nicer on the LG.
Then even the Note 10 picture.
Yeah, it had more detail. It looked nice.
For $649 with the dual screen or $599 without it, bro. Like that's affordable, bro. With the Snapdragon 855, you know that's a deal.
And that's flagship level. You're not kidding. That's not a mid-range phone. That's a flagship.
Yeah,
all
6
day.
gigs of RAM and everything, bro. It's cheap for a flagship.
It's cheap. That
It
I
is.
mean, what are you used to?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's cheap versus paying $1,000 to $1,300, bro. I'd rather pay $49 all day.
You know what's funny is I don't know if you guys have heard, when I was in CS they showed us these phones. I'm gonna upload a video about that tomorrow. About also Samsung came out with the Samsung S10 Lite.
Oh yeah, and the Note 10 Lite
and the Note 10 Lite, right? And so I'm just trying to ask them, like, why are you doing this? Right?
With 4 cameras.
Yeah. What's your say about this? Because when I asked,
well, hold on, bro. What's their asking price?
Yeah, so the Note, they wouldn't tell me specifically, but they were saying, the guy was kind of just saying, hey, it's like 600 euros for the Note, and then so I was like, okay, so that means maybe 500 euros for the S10 Lite, approximately. So it's like, why do that? Only if it's because you must be feeling the pressure from all these other manufacturers to do this.
And bro, and this is the thing, like the lights have less RAM than the flagship. I mean, what was the processor on it? It was like a 7 series, right?
Yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah.
No, they said they were putting in last year's flagship, so it would have been like an 845.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was 7 series, bro.
Well, I'd much rather an 845 than a 7 series.
I think the S10 Lite was 7, and then the Note was.
The Note is an Exynos. It's not coming to the States.
Oh, it's not coming to the States at all?
Yeah, so it's going to be an Exynos processor. That'll be in-house. But it'll basically be a 7 series performer.
Yeah.
You know, whatever their equivalent is.
Sneed, if we get 50,000 subs, will you do a 24-hour live stream with lots of coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get those subs up then.
I'll do it, bro.
Any
last comments? Anybody in the chat you guys want us to cover anything else or talk about anything that we missed?
But bro, there are a lot of MVNOs that do give a bargain like Visible, bro.
Yeah.
Visible is really killing it right now with their code sharing and all that, where you can get a line for $25, bro, unlimited everything, even hotspot.
So I know people that only use it for the unlimited LT hotspot.
Yeah, exactly.
They turn it on and they run an iPad. You know, they turn it on and they run a tablet, or they turn it on and run their laptop. You know, like they're like, hey, $25 a month. It costs me more to add a line on some other carrier. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, they just go that route.
And you can find the codes on Reddit all day to get the $25.
Yeah, people are just asking. There's people with 2 spots, 3 spots, one's available, whatever. You know, and I guess so pricing still starts at 40.
Yep.
And then it goes down $5 for each person added. It's a good deal, bro. And you're getting Verizon's LT network. So you got the LT coverage.
So that goes back to what I started this stream about, and how I feel like that is why I see there's the downfall of Metro, Cricket, and Boost and these prepaid carriers, because now there's become so much competition, right, in the field. You have all these great deals that have been coming out from Visible and numbers say it best. So you have about 300,000 subscribers that were added to Comcast Xfinity, right, in the last quarter, compared to 77,000 that were added to Metro or the branded prepaid for T-Mobile. So I mean, that tells you, and again, going back to the title that I put, why I feel like there's going to be this downfall. So number one is competition. Number two is that compensation of dealers that they make from phones, but there's not as much reason for customers to upgrade their phones like before. And so, that is just kind of like conclude that segment of what I said.
Bro, like, if M Ball is literally making me laugh. Like, I've been reading his comments the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want anybody making money. He doesn't want anybody giving away a cheap price. He don't.
No. Did you guys know about this, about Text Now, that you can have basically voice and texting free, unlimited, as long as you have a Sprint phone? All you need is a Sprint phone or a Boost phone, and you can like provision it, and it's free and then you could buy your data, by buckets. But the text and voice, hey, that's good for like kids, or if you want a little side hustle line, or you want the little side piece line, there you go. It's right there for you.
Competition is crazy. So actually, Sneed is laughing over there. No, so I'm gonna say something. Embo actually said something earlier when I mentioned 5G. He's like, "Yo, last thing I want to hear is 5G. Don't talk to me about 5G." I don't know,
bro. He don't want nothing, bro. Just go deliver him a pie, bro, and he'll be happy. Just get him a pie, cherry pie, apple pie, something.
Does he have the tin hat, maybe?
No. I think he just. I think he's a conservative guy, but we want more.
It's
everybody wants something different.
I've never heard that. I want to make more money. Who says that?
It's not about freeloading. He's saying about something about freeloading, bro. It's nothing about freeloading. It's just
freeloading.
It's just okay. Look, they're gonna you got to do what you got to do to get a customer. Sometimes you have to, especially on the MVNO side on the prepaid, bro. It's hard because a lot of people are like, you know what, if I'm getting this throttled down T-Mobile service for let's say $45 for an unlimited plan, but I can pay $25 more and get the full with roaming and the go flight and all this and that. Why not pay the extra $25 and go there? So these MVNOs they're struggling. They have to fight a lot. So if they got to give away a line or they got to give away a phone, they got to do this, they got to do that, they got to do it.
Right, facilitate
the deal.
Right.
Yeah, you have to.
That's good. It's good for consumers if they're at each other's throats, competing for business. The problem is this though. Like with prepaid, JG, you're talking about dealers. The Metro dealers, the Boost dealers, their margins are small.
Yeah.
So there's not much to gain on each customer. The dealers are dying to sell cases. They're dying to sell screen protectors. They're dying to sell chargers. They're trying that because they can't really do it on phones and they can't really do it on the lines. Like they get a commission, but bro, if they sell one case, that's probably as much as they're going to get on the commission of the line, right?
You're right. Yeah. No, to be honest with you, that's absolutely true because sometimes when they that's why they try to push you that $20 case and the accessories, the charger, whatever, because that's where they make their money at. To be honest, even Apple, I don't know if you've heard this, that Apple is actually making more money on its dongles and its accessories now than its actual phones. Like it's made its own market where once they took off, and that's why I've heard a lot of people are taking off the headphone jack now too. They realize how big of a market that is, right? You're just selling dongles and its AirPods and whatnot, and its cases, etc. I do want to mention something real quick. What's his name? 2 phones for free. He said, "What are your thoughts of TracFone making a smart SIM?"
You can actually click on the comments, JG, and it'll highlight them at the bottom. Yeah.
Awesome.
What is Carlos doing, bro?
What Ledger doing here?
Yeah, I'm trying to do my new slow cooker Sunday. We're gonna make some pizza and we're doing this Super Mario today.
Oh man, nice. Hey John, it's good to have you on, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, not a problem. Anything for you guys. Just trying to show you how we're gonna do this measure. We're gonna do it, and we're gonna kick Dumb and Dumber's rear end all the way to the end.
Yep. Address all the pain points.
And I'm going to cook a nice roasted rotisserie chicken tonight.
What you got to worry about? You're leaving soon anyway.
Yeah, bro. You're out at like April 30th, bro. You're stepping down and you're just gonna sit at the board.
Just because I'm leaving don't mean that I won't have anything with the company. I'm still gonna be behind the doors and making the Un-Carrier the best.
That's pretty good, Carlos. Bravo, man. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, bro. See, and here's why Carlos just did that, bro. It's because I did this. It's because I did this, man. Now, a lot of you don't know who this is.
I know. I was gonna say, who the hell is that?
This is Dan Hesse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it the guy before him? I don't know, bro. There's been like 17 CEOs of Sprint in the last 20 years. This is just one of the several that has taken about 50 million and left.
Man. So, what do you guys think about that? The smart SIM thing?
I like the smart SIM feature, how it's going to be switching networks and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, it's got to be like the best of both worlds, and actually it's the best of all worlds, is to have like every carrier connected to it.
Yeah.
So like what Google Fi has with Sprint, T-Mobile, and US Cellular. I don't really think about the US Cellular piece, but like, bro, imagine if it was Verizon and AT&T, or switch T-Mobile for AT&T, or switch Verizon for Sprint for Verizon. Now we're talking, like that. That sounds pretty cool.
Will they allow them to do that though? You think that will?
That's up to Google. I'm telling you though, right now, that Verizon wouldn't be cool with that, and it would. And if it was, it would be expensive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, you want to do our network along with AT&T? Okay, well, it just wouldn't be financially feasible." I don't know. I don't know how they really pulled off the T-Mobile and Sprint one, other than the fact that I think Carlos, that's the Verizon guy, isn't it?
How's it going, everybody?
That's the Verizon guy, right?
I am here today to let you guys know that we're the best. We're the nation's best. We're Verizon. Remember the commercial? Can you hear me now? Good.
Yeah, but he works for Sprint now, bro.
Yes, we had to let him go. He was no good to us anymore because our coverage is red everywhere.
You had no idea that this was going to generate into this, did you, JG?
No.
Your live stream has been hijacked by Dan Hesse, John Ledger, and what's this guy's name, bro? Is it Lowell McAdams? What is it?
This is I am Hans Vestberg.
Hans Vestberg. That's who it is, bro.
And I am.
We didn't know it was Hans, bro.
I am working with the best network in the nation, Verizon Wireless.
Why don't you want 5G to go to rural areas?
Because I want to see T-Mobile fail and Sprint and AT&T fail first. Then once they fail, we will project what we will do and launch a lot of mid-band 5G and kill them and take them out of commission.
Are you
sure this isn't John Ledger wearing a mask? Who is this guy?
John Ledger. He is yesterday's news. He can go and cook his little slow cooker Sunday meals and give away his free Whoppers.
Pink umbrellas.
And his pink umbrellas with pink shirts and hats.
All right, come on, Carlos. Give JG his show back. Come on, bro.
So yeah, honestly, I feel like, to be honest with you, if the smart SIMs with 5G, that's going to be the most amazing thing that's going to happen for the future. Like,
oh, bro, it's going to be amazing. It's simple.
Yeah, that'll be so cool. That's innovation right there. If that really happens, they work together and they work for the consumers. If they really have the consumers in mind, if that happens in the future.
How do you guys feel about these newer phones that are starting to come out though, with eSIM, where it's eSIM only?
Me no like.
I'm thinking it's falling back to the days of CDMA activations where you had to call
when you had to call in.
I mean,
yes, sir.
Or are they going to make it easy where you just go on the settings and you can change it? Like
they're just going to try to milk more money from people and by calling in and then paying. They're making Metro's making a lot of money from how every time you're trying to change your phone you got to call in.
Yeah,
and pay that $15 fee or something like that.
Oh, so like let's say if I take my Metro SIM right now and I took it from my iPhone and I put it in that LG G8.
Yeah, it's not gonna work.
So I gotta call in, even though I'm using the same SIM card, I'm getting taxed $15.
Yep. Yeah, it's free money for them now. It's free. So I guess with the eSIM and all of that, they're trying to get into that. But anyways, do you guys want to do any final comments before we kind of wrap it up? Mikey just joined in. What's up, Mikey? I want to also just thank everybody that was here. Raphael was here, just with the wrench and making sure everybody's clean in the comments. Appreciate.
Yeah.
Blockchain.
I was gonna say if I got a final comment.
Yeah.
I want to see moving forward in like 2020. I mean, if we're not gonna get better plan pricing, at least give us better features.
Mm-hmm.
So like more hotspot data, more tethering, more, like some kind of like feature set that's going to compel us to want to switch to a carrier. And then JG, we've talked about this before. Can we get some loyalty pricing?
Yeah.
Like, can I
Yeah.
get a 10% discount after I've reached a year standing,
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, or 20% off my next smartphone upgrade with,
I like that.
my second year with good standing?
You're right.
Because they've got this revolving door. They're setting up dealers for failure.
Yes.
The company that is supposed to be facilitating your business actually encourages a revolving door for you to lose customers.
Yeah.
And they're
And
cool with that because they
and
all do it. It makes no sense.
no, they complain about it in the back end. You don't even know. Like they go off on the dealers. Like, why is this? Why is this? I'm like, you guys are setting him up for this. Now, why are you complaining about these numbers? Like,
They literally need to go back to school and take like foundation courses in common sense.
yeah,
You have a business model to port out customers. They're
exactly.
programmed to leave for
Yeah.
free phones.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the money? What money are you making?
Exactly.
Just like a lot of these like MVNOs, you got MVNOs of MVNOs. Like I actually found out, bro, like what is it? Straight Talk. If what is it? Straight Talk, Simple Mobile, Family Mobile, and there's another one runs all off Track Phone.
And Track Phone is an
MVNO.
MVNO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are they really making money?
Well, to be MVNOing an MVNO, I mean,
That's pretty crazy, bro. So that means I'm so you're buying something off of someone at wholesale, and then you're wholesaling it to someone else.
yeah, because
So the margins just get smaller though.
like okay, what is it? Simple Mobile gives you unlimited, like full, like unlimited. I think it's with you either got 5 gigs of hotspot or 15 gigs of hotspot. So it's either $50 or $60, and you get like $5 if you do auto pay off. All right, and then you got Family Mobile. It's $48.99, and you get full unlimited everything.
Wow.
And then 2 lines is $74 on Family Mobile.
Yeah, I don't know how they're making money.
I don't know either.
Yeah, that's crazy. There is something that I just want to quickly mention to Sneed's point. It's very important that a lot of comments I've been getting over the years with my channel is why is there no loyalty packages, right? They're always just giving for the upgrade. They're always giving for, to be honest, the port ins, the port outs, all of this, but never ever to kind of really say, you know what, thank you for being with us for so many years. So the next stream, I actually want to talk about this, and I want to send this direct kind of like letter to John Ledger and all those up there. Maybe we can get them to kind of like notice it. You got it. Block Shaker was saying.
What do you want to say, buddy? Go ahead.
So we got to send them a letter from all the subscribers, all those comments that I've been getting, like, hey guys, listen, give something. You know how T-Mobile does that Tuesday, what is it called?
The T-Mobile Tuesdays.
Yeah, T-Mobile. Do something like that, something that actually gets people to kind of like stick with you instead of just going out again and coming in and stuff like
people want that free Whopper.
Yeah.
Listen, there's that old saying, it's cheaper to keep her, boy. It's cheaper to keep her.
Exactly.
And honestly, bro, it's like, you have, with the customers that you have, it's like a garden that produces food every season. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's proven. They've been spending money with you. If they're in good standing, why would you want to churn that? Why?
Exactly. Yeah.
It doesn't, bro.
Yeah. Well, anyways, we're about to hit the 60-minute mark, and it's been great to have you guys. Thank you all. Thank you, Sneed Mobile Tech, for being on here. Carlos, thank you so much for being on here. It's great to have you guys on the show, and everybody that's in the comments, Raphael, Two Phones, Tom, Javon, everybody, thank you so much. And we'll see you guys next time. I'm probably going to try to stream on Sunday, so if you guys want to come on there as well, let me know. Peace out.
All right, then. Peace.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just so before I forget, Raphael, if you get a chance, actually, I'm gonna have in the description of this video a link to Sneed's channel. And Cars, do you have a channel?
Yeah, I just got it going not too long ago.
Okay, I'll have both of them if you guys want to go and subscribe to them, show them some love. I'll have that down in the description.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No problem. See ya.
All right. Peace.
Wait.